All right. Hello, Hyunsu Jung from Hyperion. Hyperion.
Yeah.
Said this right. Excellent. Thank you so much for coming here today. Hypefest 2026. It's been incredible to seeing so many people come through here and having so many great conversations today as well. So glad that we could chat with you guys as well here. So the kind of the first first treasury company here on top of with Hype and everything. So yeah, thanks for being here today, CEO of it here, and obviously, really cool to see how you guys were the first treasury company around all this, and just kind of curious to see how's it going for you guys, and what's all up in it.
Yeah, thanks, Tangle, for having us.
Of course.
And it's been good. It's I think crypto, as we speak today, is call it in a bit of a bear market.
Bit of a bear market, yeah.
But I think we've done very well with our asset selection. Hyperliquid is outperforming very well, and I think it's a testament to the product and the fact that 99% of the revenues are going back to repurchase the token off the open market. Mm-hmm. So in terms of our treasury build, it's been very critical. And then in the past 8 or 9 months so that we've been live, we've been able to deploy all of our revenue generating lines. So our validator, DeFi monetization, ecosystem rewards, volatility strategies for yield enhancement, they're all running now. And our goal now is just to continue to grow and scale them. So we're super excited about continued growth in 2026.
Jeez, yeah, that's incredible to hear that. It's not just this passive holding company anymore. We're actually engaging here too. So that's really, really cool. I guess what unique opportunities does Hype offer to to treasury products compared to just other digital assets and whatnot?
Yeah, when we first were looking at Hyperion DeFi and the building in the Hyperliquid ecosystem, right, the major draw for us was the fact that there was so much utility around the asset. So, for example, with our Hype Asset Use Service product, we're able to provide trading fee reductions for institutions looking to participate on Hyperliquid, so bringing more financial activity to the platform. And then, we deployed 500,000 Hype to our partners at Felix to launch the HIP free market. So, gold, silver, Monero, crude oil, right, and then obviously equities have been trading very well. It's agnostic to the price of Hype and agnostic to the growth of crypto markets. So I think it creates a kind of a natural hedge against a lot of stuff that's happening in crypto today. Yeah. And it's something that's almost infinitely scalable. So we're super excited about the opportunity to continue to grow those verticals and also participate in the Hyper EVM where we can deploy our Hype into the ecosystem and also support the growth of these protocols.
Yeah, amazing. Well, it's wonderful to hear that there's so much alignment with all these things and why it makes this really interesting here. And some of the things that you've tied into, in particular here, with your staking side of it here, with partnering with Kinetiq, to make this happen. So we'd love to hear a little bit more around that.
Yeah, I mean, Kinetiq is a super important partner to us, right? I think 8 days after we had announced our $50 million pipe, we had already launched a validator with Kinetiq in Peer 2, and so that's been super successful. I think we have over 11 million Hype that's been delegated to that validator, and so those commissions serve as additional revenues for Hyperion, but more importantly, it laid the foundation for our liquid staking solutions with the Kinetiq platform. So K-Hype, High Hype, or Hyperion Institutional Hype, which we've been able to use for both on and off-chain strategies. We also received around 2 million in KNTQ, the governance token of Kinetiq protocol, last November. And so we have that staked. We're continuing to earn and be aligned with the protocol. I think they have an immense growth potential, right? Markets by Kinetiq has been doing very well. Hyperion also has converted some of our Hype into KM Hype, or Kinetiq Markets Hype, so that we get 10% of the revenue share of the market's performance as well. So it's again, amazing. It's just a testament to, I think, not just Kinetiq, but every other early, well-aligned builder on the Hyper EVM is evolving more so beyond just LSTs or borrow lend or volatility strategies, but how can they continue to leverage Hypercore and Hyper EVM connectivity to become something that hasn't been seen yet in any other DeFi ecosystem?
God, yeah, and it's so cool to hear that this TradFi product that's out there, and it's actually trying to leverage all of the tools that are happening under the hood. So at the end of the day, it still does feel like there's so much, we look at all these composable strategies that can happen within DeFi, and we think about that as this really cool, novel, composable aspect of it. But the fact that you guys are saying, well, that all exists, and now we can actually package this up into something that TradFi can digest, and they don't need to think about it. We're just doing all of this really amazing tech, and we're using the tech that's underlying instead of just okay, we're going to hold this asset and we did it, So I'm really stoked to hear that you're actively engaged in all this stuff too. So that's super cool.
Yeah. So some people call dog fooding. We think a little bit more elegant, we're directly contributing or positioning the ecosystem to win, and as a result, Hyperion DeFi is better positioned. But it really is kind of showcasing that if you can have an institutional LST derivative, or you can have borrow lending pools for institutions, or even KYC or permission accounts that are able to use Hypercore in the long term as well. I think it just goes to show that we are thinking not just about retail users, but what does this look like for everyone to participate on Hyperliquid and its DeFi application system for the long term.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. I guess, what are you looking forward to in 2026 and kind of onward here? And with Hyperliquid.
Yeah, so I think the growth trajectory for Hyperliquid is just continuing to accelerate, right? The core team is innovating and shipping at a breakneck pace that we just don't see it across any other ecosystem.
11.
Yeah.
Well, 12 now. I
think it's 14.
Are we at 14 now?
It's good that they're growing, right? It means that the bandwidth, it has to be spread across more people, right? But so we feel extremely comfortable, high conviction in what the core team is building. Obviously, we're very closely involved with Hyper EVM builders, so they continue to ship, right? Everyone is very well aligned, and I think for Hyperion specifically, right, we've deployed on HIP3, we have the validator, we're now getting more engaged in Hyper EVM, and then I think most recently what we're most excited about is HIP4 or outcome trading. And so I think prediction markets, binary option resolution, I think will tie very well into the perpetuals primitive that's on Hypercore. And I think also with longer term permissions deployment, it's an opportunity for Hyperion to be first to HIP4 and also help expand the surface area of what we're building as an on-chain primitive. And so, our goal has always been to provide retail and institutional investors with the full stack comprehensive exposure to all the valuable components of Hyperliquid while also building robust, scalable revenue generating business lines. And so I think all of that will continue to flesh out in 2026, and we're excited to keep building and supporting the ecosystem.
God, well, I'm happy to hear this, and it's incredible what you guys are building and being so integrated. Like I say, I'm just happy to see you're so hands-on and integrated with the tools that are available here that are more DeFi focused. As compared to maybe some of these other, DATs or strategies or whatever it is that's out there.
I think it's the only way to do it. I think that's what the digital asset treasuries should really excel and focus on doing, is like, how can you create value by creating value within the ecosystem, evangelizing and really helping it build. And Hyperliquid is so early, it's still so nascent, and I think that's where the next really, really big asymmetric opportunity lies.
Beautiful. All right, with that, Hyperliquid.
Hyperliquid.